if f of x, capital F of x equal to 0 to e raised to x into t cube plus 2t square minus t minus 2 dt, then for how many real numbers x does f dash of x equal to 0? We need to find the value of f dash of x. You can apply Leibniz rule. If capital F of x equal to integral a function at lower limit and a function on the upper limit and another function in terms of t dt. This function is the same, but here it is a constant function. So what is the value of f dash of x? F dash of x equal to, just apply the upper limit on h of x. It will be h of g of x into derivative of this g of x, g dash of x, minus, just apply the lower limit, h of f of x into f dash of x. Now, if f of x is common, means f dash of x is 0. In this case, f dash of x is 0, which means here it is, in this case f of x is constant, means f dash of x is 0. We just need to apply the upper limit, then multiply with the derivative of upper limit term. Now we can start. What is the value of f dash of x? F dash of x equal to, just apply the upper limit. It will be e raised to x the whole cube plus 2 e raised to x square minus e raised to x minus 2 into derivative upper limit will be e raised to x. And lower limit, since it is a constant function, in the derivative term will cancel, it will become 0. There is no need to write it. Now we need to find for what value of x this is equal to 0. F dash of x equal to 0. We can calculate. Now we can simplify. This is the value of f dash of x. Now exponent function e raised to x, f of x equal to e raised to x or y equal to e raised to x graph will be like this, which means it is always greater than 0. Which means this quantity is always positive and we can take it to the other side. 0 divided by a positive number will be equal to 0. This never gets 0, never get negative or never get 0. Now we can take e raised to x the whole square common from first two terms. This will be, if e raised to x square is taken, it will be e raised to x only. E raised to x the whole square is taken out. Now here e raised to x the whole square is taken and it will be 2. Minus is taken, it will be e raised to x plus 2, which is equal to 0. Now we can take e raised to x plus 2 common into e raised to x square minus 1, which is equal to 0. Now, can e raised to x square plus 2 become 0? No. This is always 0 or it can, the minimum value it can have 0, but it can't become 0. It is slightly greater than 0, which means it can never become negative value or 0. Which means this is always a positive value. Positive value plus 2 is greater than 0. It is always positive. This value is at least slightly greater than 0, greater than 2, which means this value is positive and it is greater than 0. You can cancel it out. So it will cancel. So the only possibility e raised to x square minus 1 equal to 0. This occurs when x equal to 0, which means e raised to x square equal to 0. That is 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Or you can simplify this only for one value x equal to 0. That's the number of real numbers for x. We can calculate the value. E raised to x square minus 1 equal to 0 means e raised to x square equal to 0. We can take equal to 1. We can take the log on both sides, which is equal to x square equal to 1. X should be x square equal to 0. Log 1 is 0. X equal to 0. This is the only real number. If you want, you can calculate, but no need. You can see e raised to 0 is 1, which means the only possible value of x equal to 0, which means 1 minus 1 is 0, which means the number of real values or real numbers of x for which f dash of x equal to 0 is 1, which means that is the number of value. They haven't asked the solution, they asked for how many values of x this f dash of x equal to 0, only for one value at x equal to 0. Or you can simply calculate this value, you can directly equate with 0, which means e raised to x square equal to 1. We can take the log on both sides. This will be x square, log 1 is 0, which means x equal to 0 itself.